Sibu. 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 Hurt. Deguação. 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 Deguaçu. Deguaçu. Deguaçu.
The exhibition at the Alternator here is called aboDIGITAL, and it's based, actually the title is based on a running joke I guess I have with myself and a couple of friends and a couple of my curator friends about how I'm always doing these digital things but put an Aboriginal twist onto it. So the curator for the show came up with the name, called me, she said I was an aboDIGITAL instead of Aboriginal. The exhibition consists of 3 new works. 2 are sculptural sound pieces. One is titled Skull Stories. So with Skull Stories, the skulls themselves have USB ports in the back, and each skull has a video built into it. So every time that you look at the video and you see, say from the perspective of a bear, so when the plug is in the back of it, it plays the video of the bear's memories. It's like a recap of the bear's life, key moments, and if we could determine what the bear perceived through sound and sight, what would it look like? I've done one for the bear, rabbit, coyote, and a beaver. So with each of the works, it's paying homage to the animals over time, how all of our ancestors, no matter what our culture was, be it Aboriginal, Celtic, any like European, anybody, everybody had to rely on these animals at some point to give their family nourishment and allow us to be where we are today. Because if there was one day or one season that our ancestors didn't get what they got through the animals and nourishment, then we probably wouldn't be here where we are right now. So it's a reflection back into the past and what they gave for us to be here and have this media, this experience, and this life that we have now. Another work that I have is my turning table piece, and the turning table piece is based on the idea of if a tree falls in the woods, would anybody hear it? Our ancestors have been going back and forth to the woods to hunt, to harvest different things, for nourishment, for living, and for enjoyment. But if these trees had a sense of hearing, or if they had a sense of sight, what could they give us? So this is, if these trees had stories, if they can translate to us what was said. So it could be my great-great-grandfather, your great-great-grandfather, that could have heard said these things, and these trees could have took it in. So what I'm trying to do is perceive that thought process and that obtaining of knowledge through these trees and translating it through the turntables. So the piece itself, it's side cuts of trees. So on one side, it's the bumps, grooves, and scratches are picked up through a microphone. The microphone translates it back through the system and spits it back out as audio. So the audio itself resembles the sound of a turntable set. Like when you put the needle on the vinyl and it just starts scratching. So this is the thought of, I know I can't harness what these trees could hear, but if this is a way of doing it, could this be it? Or if trees could understand this would be what they could understand? And on the other side, it's me. It's audio of myself learning words in my traditional tongue, in Mi'kmaq, and it's learning words that were relative to Newfoundlanders before Confederation in Canada. So different things that would involve the land and whatnot. So the piece itself, like I said, it's just trying to capture this knowledge from the trees, but at the same time, it's making a comment on popular culture and hip-hop culture, and how hip-hop culture has revived the turntables, where it has died off so long ago, but it was the pinnacle of music. It was the pinnacle of, you go in everybody's house and they had these turntables, and this vinyl had such a great sound with these tube amps and different things, and the sound was always so crisp, but it kind of died off when the tape came in. And then the 8-track came first, and the tape came in, and that died off, then CDs came through, and that died off, and now it's MP3s. But with, like I said, through hip-hop culture, how hip-hop culture has grabbed a hold of this icon of music and of the passing of the sound, and revamped it and gave it a new life again. So this is what I'm doing. I'm giving these trees this new life and putting them back in the limelight. So allowing this knowledge to spread again. for the final piece, I guess the piece is called Why Are Native Americans, Why Did Native Americans, and Why Do Native Americans? So what I did is playing with the idea of digital media and our the accessibility we have to this media and knowledge, and how easily, like for myself personally, how much I've learned about Mi'kmaq culture and Aboriginal culture of any tribe in Canada through Google. And every time you type in something, what comes up. So what I did, it's playing on the idea. So say if you went on Google and you're like, how do you cook? And it'll get all your suggestions. So beef at something, pork at something. And it always finishes your search, your thoughts, so it kind of thinks for you. So what I did is I typed in why do Native Americans, and why are Native Americans, and why did Native Americans, and this is what would come up. So it's not Google's thought process, it's society and what they're searching. So every time that something comes up, it's this is what happens, and every day it changes. So this is kind of profiling what now people are searching. So the idea for painting, it came from in 500 years, say, if someone came to an art gallery and seen these paintings, they would be like, what was Google? Because technology changes so much. What was Google, and why did it know so much about Aboriginal people? And this is kind of locking that time, this moment. So every single day is a different time. So if I was to paint one for every single time I searched it, I'd be doing a totally different one every single time. So it's just this moment in history and the thought process of Canada itself, the United States, and anybody that's searching these things up.
River. Sibu. 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 Hurt. Interconção. 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 Interconção.